This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
We begin today at 4 in weather alert. It is sunny and hot, but storms are possible as we move into the evening hours. Good evening. Thanks for being here. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. For days now, Chief Meteorologist Scott Connell has warned us about the potential of strong to severe storms. Let's go ahead and check in with your Weather First update right now. Scott.
Yeah, those storm chances holding off at the moment around St. Louis. Just got a new tornado watch, though, up in the Chicago area, but doesn't impact us. We got a flight, though, out of St. Louis heading towards Chicago. As Jimmy just mentioned to me a few minutes ago, that's going to cause some problems across the country, sure. So at the moment, we're looking at pretty bright skies around St. Louis, right? Temperatures are pretty warm. There is nothing really showing up on the radar screen here. We had a few showers to our north, and they've essentially diminished. Your severe weather risk has been tweaked a little bit. You now have that risk for tornadoes in northern Illinois, and then going back into central and southwest Missouri, a better chance for some stronger storms. Most of us, though, still stuck in that level 2 risk, and we know the heat and humidity are there. It feels like 107 in Salem, 103 at Perryville. Right now, Rolla and Gasconade counties have heat advisories. Look at that bright sky, though. A lot of sunshine. We're still going to warm another degree or 2 this afternoon. Most of our storm development is after 8 o'clock tonight. It will be scattered, we think, as we head through the evening and into the overnight hours. There is a severe threat with some of these storms, but not all of them will be severe. And again, the best chances of severe weather looks to be west and southwest of St. Louis, but that includes the potential for gusty winds and possibly some hail. Any storms are expected to diminish before sunrise on Thursday. We'll see a few minutes. We'll track these out, look ahead towards another rain chance on Friday, and set you up for a comfortable, relative for this time of year, weekend ahead.
Sounds great. Thank you, Scott. And we'll continue to watch for storms. Stay up to date and get weather safety tips by downloading the 5 on Your Side app. It is free on your phone's app store.
Right now at 4, we're following a developing story in Madison County, Illinois. 3 people are dead after a Greyhound bus crashed into 3 commercial vehicles that were parked on an exit ramp on I-70 overnight. Greyhound says the bus was traveling a 4-hour route from Indianapolis to St. Louis. That's when it crashed in the westbound lanes at the Silver Lake rest stop, just north of Highland. That's where we find our Travis Cummings live with the very latest information from us that was just released from federal investigators. Travis.
Well, Brent, police say that 3 people died in the crash. 14 others, including the bus driver, were injured. They had to be taken to the hospital. We know that at least 4 people were airlifted and the 10 others were transported by an ambulance. Now, I did talk to a truck driver who was directly impacted by that crash just moments ago. He is still here at the rest area after going through so much today. I kind of want to talk to you about his experience here. He says he was asleep and went flying through his cabin from the impact around 2 this morning and saw that somebody had slammed into the back of his trailer and a couple of trucks behind him. He says the Greyhound bus was covered in smoke. He and another passenger who was bleeding helped a pregnant woman out of the bus. The driver was not responsive at first, and then he later learned that the driver is alive and is recovering at a local hospital. He says it's a sight he doesn't wish on anybody.
To the other side of the bus where it was ripped open, they were just hanging out like rag dolls. I don't know if they're, like, I didn't want to walk up there. There were, all the emergency service people were there, and I know they didn't want me walking through their scene. But they let me go back to take pictures under my trailer from the passenger side, and there was, you know, they were dead on contact.
Yeah, this is going to be a long couple of weeks here. The National Transportation Safety Board has launched a team. They're going to be coming here to take a closer look at the scene and start an investigation. They could be here for the next week. They're going to really take a look at how this happened, what caused it, and how to prevent it from happening ever again. We're live in Illinois. Travis Cummings, 5 on Your Side.
All right, thank you, Travis. Today, police announced more arrests in a shooting that left a young man dead in Pagedale. This man, Stephen Marion, and a second juvenile now face charges. Marion is the third adult to be arrested. Investigators say they shot and killed 19-year-old Jalen Johnson during a robbery last week. Officers found Johnson's body on the ground early Friday near the Metrolink station on St. Charles Rock Road in Pagedale. New information now about a triple shooting in South St. Louis. Police say two 19-year-old men met with a 25-year-old man inside a car in the parking lot of the Target store at Hampton and Gravois to make a deal. That's when shots were fired inside the car. The two 19-year-olds showed up at a lawnmower repair shop a few blocks away with injuries. The older man went straight to a hospital. No one's been charged.
Well, people facing eviction in St. Louis can now get a little help from the city.
There's no doubt that housing instability drives poverty. When we protect tenants, we make sure families have a safe place to stay, and we are addressing a major root cause of crime in our neighborhoods and across our entire city.
Mayor Tashara Jones signing Board Bill 59 this morning. It will help provide access to legal representation for tenants facing eviction. The ordinance will take effect next July. It will focus on the areas with the highest rates of evictions. Today, during the last day of a NATO summit in Lithuania, the president of Ukraine expressed his disappointment in the alliance's reluctance to make Ukraine a member. But as NBC's Bree Jackson reports, his tone seemed to soften a bit after meeting with President Biden.
President Biden closing out his time at the NATO summit in Lithuania with a keynote speech.
Each member of NATO knows that the strength of our people and the power of our unity cannot be denied.
The president also reaffirming the alliance's unwavering support for Ukraine more than 500 days into its war against Russia.
Our commitment to Ukraine will not weaken. We will stand for liberty and freedom today, tomorrow, and for as long as it takes.
A message he stressed during his meeting with President Zelensky earlier in the day. Zelensky thanking President Biden for his controversial decision to provide Ukraine with cluster munitions, a weapon with a track record of causing civilian casualties.
This decision will help us to save us, and that's why my appreciation for this.
The Ukrainian president also praising the American people for pledging more than $40 billion in aid, which includes military and humanitarian assistance.
You spend this money for our lives, and I think that we save the lives for Europe and for all the world.
In addition, G7 members announced a declaration of support for the war-torn nation, vowing to ensure Ukrainian forces can defend themselves and to help Ukraine's economy rebuild. Lawmakers on Capitol Hill closely watching the high-stakes talks overseas.
NATO's larger, stronger, and more united than probably it's been in 50 years due to Vladimir Putin's actions.
On Thursday, the president will be in Finland, welcoming the country as the newest NATO member. In Washington, Bree Jackson, NBC News.
Coming up, shocking video of houses falling as the earth shifts below them. See the scenes as a landslide overwhelms a California neighborhood.
And Hollywood writers already on strike. Could the actors follow? Why some are losing hope of a deal.